catching some pretty good fish in this stretch the last couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a cat sitting right on the bottom.
How do you know that?
Just experience from seeing it, catching it. And
I hear you. Good afternoon. This is Carol Guerrant with United Country Virginia Realty and Kerr Lake Living. I'm here today with Tim King with King's Catfishing Service, and we're just out fishing, enjoying the beautiful spring day here on Kerr Lake. So, Tim, tell me something. What on earth got you started so heavily in fishing?
probably definitely my grandfather. Yep.
Tell me about that. I see you on a lot of your pictures and all have your granddad in it, and not just recently. I mean, years go back. I've followed you on Facebook even before you had your fishing, because you and my son have been friends for many years. So I've watched you grow from that little blonde-headed boy at Talbert's to here you are, married with 2 kids and your own guide service. So tell me about that.
So yeah, I'd probably say since I was like, I've always fished as a kid, but about 13 years old, it hit me hard. And when we first got introduced to catfishing, and it just every day I got off work or got out of school, I wanted to go fishing. And Grandpa lived on the lake, so once I got my license, I stayed at his house all the time, and just kept on going from there. And Grandpa said since I was 14, I said I want to be a catfishing guide. And although as crazy, and insecure of a job as it sounds, Grandpa has been the one to really push me to pursue my passion, and help me make some wise choices along the way. Right.
That's important to have someone there to guide you, because when you're young or younger, you need somebody to tell you something that has been there and lived it. And you're so blessed to have that in your grandpa.
Oh, absolutely. Between him and a lot of my friends are older. A lot of them are 40, 50, 60 years old.
Yes.
They have so much knowledge to offer. And, when you're young, you have this narrow mind, like, hey, I'm going to go do this, but you don't see all the hurdles in between. So it has definitely taken me several years to build my business and to gain the knowledge. I haven't just fished this lake. I've traveled like across half the country, fishing tournaments and different bodies of lakes and rivers, and just a lot of hours put into it.
And out of country.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. We do a lot of that too.
That's right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And what's that called?
A drift sock.
Okay. So it just fills with water?
Yep. It's like a parachute.
Uh-huh.
So you throw it out behind your boat, and when it's windy, it'll slow your boat down and gives you a little more control.
Uh-huh.
We don't have a lot of wind today, but we got gusts coming around, so this will help keep us from spinning around in a circle.
So Tim, while you're getting things set up, tell me a little bit about these slime cat rods.
So slime cat rods, I've been using them for about 3.5 years now, since they first started their company.
Uh-huh.
They are, I use them and I'm represented by them, but they are, in my opinion, one of the best rods ever produced on the catfishing market.
Uh-huh.
And so we use a different kind of material that a lot of guys aren't using.
Right.
Some of the guys are starting to make them now. But what it does is we've got a faster action tip, and we've got a higher backbone in the rod, which is where your rod bends down. So when you're fishing heavy structure or your drift socks back here, and that fish, when you get a really big fish on a lot of these rods, they're bowed down all the way to here in the rod. Yeah. And you have no power to turn that fish. And these rods, they allow you to have that power to turn that fish and get them away from that log or that drift sock or whatever you need. And that helps you land that fish a lot easier. And you take your stress off of your line at the point too.
Gotcha.
But this is what I trust on my boat for my clients. And this is what I'll probably always have.
All right. So Tim, you said that you have been wanting a catfishing guide service since you was about 14. Why catfishing? Other than when there's so many other things too that you can do.
Well, catfishing for one, it seemed like you didn't have to have a lot of money to get into it. You know, when you look at bass fishermen, you're thinking about all these really expensive boats and lures, this, that, and the other. Catfishing, you go out there, you catch your brim, and you cut them up, you put them on a hook, you throw it out there, you sit on the bank, and you relax. And then the other part is when you're just holding a huge fish, and you can tell any other fisherman on this lake that fishes for crappie bass or anything else, you can say, look, my fish eat your fish. That's a good feeling. I mean, that's a good feeling. I like catching big fish. Anywhere that I travel to, especially saltwater,
I couldn't find that in your
I want to chase big fish.
Yeah.
That's just my thing.
Gotcha.
And also for guiding wise, catfish are a very hardy fish. You can catch these fish and get your picture and put them back in the water within, 2 to 5 minutes max, and that fish is still going to make it. Where your bass and your stripers are a little bit more sensitive. So as far as taking care of the fishery,
yes,
on a catch and release basis, I believe that's kind of one of your better fish to target. But a lot of people come out here just to trophy fish, not to fill the coolers.
Right.
So on that aspect of it, I do enjoy that.
Yeah, exactly.
Job security.
Yeah, that's right. Now, do you get any joy whatsoever out of teaching people how to do this?
I do get enjoyment out of teaching. That joy has kind of lost a little bit because it's so repetitive. Every day you get somebody that comes out, they ask you the same 50 questions.
Yes.
And you feel like, I just answered this question. You're like, you don't forget, but as somebody else.
Yeah.
So the teaching aspect, I really do enjoy it. But sometimes after you run 6, 7 trips in a row, I just want to just fish and enjoy the day. But I always want to teach somebody something because, that's the whole point of any type of outdoorsman is to continue to let the sport grow. Fish on. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. All right, we lost him.
That's all right. That's all right. Let's keep rolling.
All right. So as an outdoorsman, you want to keep this legacy going because, believe it or not, like all my friends do it, but there's a lot of people that don't do it. There's a lot of kids that they miss this enjoyment. They're stuck to the video games and watching TV, and they're missing out on life experiences. And so anybody that you teach is more likely to take a kid and go out, or his wife, or his friend, and it's going to continue to grow.
Yeah.
So, although it does create a little bit of competition, you're still getting people out there and letting people enjoy God's creation. And I really love that.
Yeah, exactly. I remember when I was a child, there was a sportsman show on TV, and the guy, I can't even remember his name at this moment, he drove a zebra-striped plane. And at the end of his show, his phrase was always, do yourself a favor, take a kid fishing. For sure.
Yeah. It got me here.
That's right.
It got me here.
I bet you your grandpa knows who I'm talking about.
He probably does.
About how much time do y'all usually spend out on the water? I
do 8-hour trips, and so we get on the water.
That's a long trip.
Yeah. A lot of people don't offer that. I offer. To me, it's a work day. So, I offer 8 hours, and we start at first light. So right now we start at 6:30. When it gets hotter, we start at 5:30. Try to beat that heat, and we leave the dock and come back in typically 8 hours.
Yeah.
If you want to keep some fish, you bring a cooler. I don't clean the fish.
Yeah.
But you can bring a cooler, and anything under 20 pounds, you're welcome to keep. Everything over 20, I put back in the water just for a like a quality control type deal.
Right.
Plus, you don't really want to be eating those big fish anyway. Not in my opinion. The smaller ones taste better, and the fillets aren't too thick.
Right.
So it's all personal preference. Somebody wants the quantity over the quality. I want the quality.
Right, exactly. You're right about that. About how many people can you get on this particular boat?
On this boat, we can get about 4 to 5 people on this boat really easily. On our Tri-Tune, we can get up to 8 people on there.
Okay, very good. I know Bill had talked about having a girls against the boys fishing trip with you for United Country sometime. We're going to have to arrange that.
We'll definitely take the Tri-Tune out for that one.
Yeah, most definitely.
yeah. I love the Tri-Tune. That boat right there just handles so nice in rough weather. We've got a full enclosure for that one as well.
Okay.
That's probably my favorite boat.
Yeah.
All right, hold your rod tip low to the water and keep it tight, and so that way he doesn't rub up on the bottom of the boat.
All right, let's see that. Here we go. Oh my gosh, look at him!
Oh yeah!
Oh my gosh, he is huge.
Oh,
I feel like I am no help.
I'll take it. You don't have to be. That's what I'm for.
Look at that thing. Oh my gosh. See, this is why I don't swim in the water.
This is just a baby.
I know.
No, that's a good fish right there.
How much do you think he would weigh?
He's probably about 27.
Really? I would think
26, 27.
Look at him. Oh, bless his heart. Him, her. And you catch these on a regular basis. That is what amazes me, Tim.
Yep.
That is great.
About every day. Now you gotta get some fish grips now.
I do.
Yeah. Where are they at? Here somewhere. Oh, you know what? That's in front of the boat.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Put your other hand under his belly.
Okay. Oh, that is more than 27 pounds.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Y'all look at that. Not only can she sell houses, but she can catch fish too.
You stinker.
All right, you want to grab your camera and I'll you can get a video of him swimming off.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. We appreciate you. We'll see you later.
Bye. Oh man, that's amazing, Tim.
I love watching them swim back off. See, unlike hunting, they get to go back and you can catch them again.
Yes.
And you ain't got to clean them.
That's right. So it's kind of hard to sit here and have an interview when you've got, how many rods do we have in the water today?
We've got 8 rods in the water
8 rods
today.
in the water. So, but what can someone expect on one of your guided fishing tours?
So I can promise you at the end of the day, you're going to have a great time on the water. You're going to see things that you've probably never seen before. You're going to be comfortable. Both of my boats, we've got an enclosure with heat. We've got grills on them, and we've got a radio. So the first part is you're going to enjoy yourself.
Yeah, all you need now is a caterer.
That's right. Hey, I know one.
You know an X one.
Well, you know, maybe you got to come out retirement.
That's right. That's right. For you, I would.
I don't know. It might be a full-time job.
I know, right? Yes. So, I see you have, the rod set up. So can they expect that they're going to use your gear?
Yep. So I provide all the gear, all the bait. All you got to bring is whatever you want to eat and drink for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Bring clothes. All right, Carol, come here. Oh man, I can't stay hooked up for a fish now. Oh my
All right,
God.
Tim. So you've spent many, many hours out here on this water, and I'm sure you've got a lot of memories. So tell me, first of all, maybe your favorite memory that you have of being out here.
My favorite memory, believe it or not, is not the 100-pounders that we've caught. It is actually with Grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago, he said on his bucket list he wanted to catch a 70-pound catfish.
Uh-huh.
So the following year, I got an enclosure so he could go out in the wintertime. Then he had to have surgery, so he couldn't make it any of those that year. Then the next winter came around. We went out. He canceled on me twice. He's retired, nothing to do, but he canceled on me twice. And then the third time, it was misting rain. I'm at the boat ramp waiting on him. He never showed up. So I called him, like, where are you at? He goes, well, I'm going to take a rain check. And I was like, no, you canceled on me twice. We're going. So he came out, and we went out that day, and he caught a couple 40s and 50. And then he got it's either 68.9 or 69.8.
Uh-huh.
And it was raining. He had his little Gordon's fisherman suit on.
I think I remember these pictures.
Oh, yeah. And, he's been fishing his whole life, so I'm telling him what to do.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know what I'm doing. And I'm like, well, you're doing it wrong. So we were yelling back and forth. And then this fish come up the top of the water, and he rolled. And he goes, good Lord, Timmy. Got him in the net. And then I see the rod just, hit the floor. So anyway, I get this fish in the boat, and I turn around to, where's Grandpa? He's done sitting in the chair, and he's like, whoo! I don't know if he's 70, but it's going to be close enough. And I believe it was 68.9. And that was probably my best memory.
Couldn't you shoved a little fish or something down his throat? I should
have grabbed some lead, It seems to be the thing these days.
That's right.
And then I actually got that fish mounted for his birthday.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yep.
Oh.
So that's probably my best memory right there.
Yep. Oh, that's precious. All right, so Tim, you've told me about your fondest memory. Tell me about some of the things that have happened to you out here on this water that we could call bad memories.
Well,
or not so good memories.
The list is very long.
I bet.
Probably start by, jumping logs with the boat.
Yeah.
I've jumped logs with the boat. I almost ran into a barge one time up on the James River.
Oh my goodness!
It was nighttime, and he was coming by, and they only have the navigation lights.
Yeah.
And the anchor light in the back, and this barge is, I don't know,
they're huge.
It's hundreds of feet long.
Mm-hmm.
And I started turning right into him, and I was like 15 feet, and Dan was like, "Hey, there's a boat there." I'm like, "Whoa,
gosh!"
You've got that. We've put holes in our pontoons, filled up with water.
Yeah.
That's
probably from jumping logs.
Well, it probably didn't help none either.
That's right.
It was probably actually from busting ice with it. And if y'all don't know, pontoons are not made to bust ice. The aluminum's very thin on them, so I don't recommend doing it.
Yes. But I do have pictures of you doing that.
Yes. Yep. We got that. I've had boaters run over my planer boards before. They get so close, they actually run over your lines.
Oh, yeah.
And at that point, you just open up the reel and just let him suck all the line up on his prop, and then you smile and wave. That's going to be between a $500 to $2,500 fix for him later.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's been so close, right?
Yep. Falling in the water in icy conditions, throwing the net up in the front of the boat, not wearing a life jacket.
Yeah.
It's a lot to it than the average person sees.
Mm-hmm.
That goes on.
Yeah, I'm sure it is a lot of responsibility being out on the water.
It is. It is.
A lot of responsibility being a guide out on the water.
It is. Making sure everybody stays safe is big worry of mine all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And since I'm like the most accident prone person within 100 miles of me, I can pretty much, see what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never had, I hope it ain't you.
Yeah.
I haven't had anybody get hurt on my boat.
Yeah.
That wasn't self-inflicted.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I had a guy cut his hand with his own pocket knife, but that wasn't my fault.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, we try to make sure everybody stays safe. Don't want anybody getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And on this water, any body of water, there's a lot of bacteria in there, so you don't want that bacteria getting in your cuts.
Mm-hmm.
And so
yeah, exactly. That's something to think about. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim, I know you're a family man. You've got 2 beautiful children and a beautiful wife. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say a word, and I want you to tell me another word.
All right.
What you think of. Kayla.
Is one of a kind. 100%. 100%. She is, I'm going to tell you what, it takes a very good and supporting wife to be able to deal with any type of, I'm going to say outdoorsman because that's my knack, or any type of hobby that any man is into.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do all the grunt work and she does all the paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so that's a huge thing, but I don't know. I mean, she makes my lunch for me. She's, on my bad days, believe it or not, I have bad days. When I'm beating myself up over certain things that happen, she supports me.
Mm-hmm.
Even, I don't know. She takes care of the kids, so I can leave the house at 3:30 every morning.
Mm-hmm.
She gets the kids up. She takes them to the daycare.
Mm-hmm.
She picks them up when she gets off work. She comes home. She cooks and cleans, and she works a full-time job.
Right.
And I don't think mothers get any of they don't get near enough recognition.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but my wife is probably one of the strongest people that I know of, and the kids actually brought that in her. But she definitely is a really good partner. You couldn't ask for anything better.
That's great. That's great. Okay, Benson.
Benson, man, he's my man. Benson, it took us 4.5 years to create him,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna tell you what, he looks just like me.
Yes, he does.
He looks just like me.
Yep.
And that boy loves to fish and hunt, and that's him right there. That's his big fish, and I don't know. I mean, he's kids. Whatever you do, they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
But we went turkey hunting yesterday.
He'll sit quiet enough for turkey hunting?
He does good in the mornings. In the mornings, you can take him anywhere.
Okay.
But afternoons, no.
He's done for.
Oh, yeah. Which yesterday was Easter, so he was jacked up on candy, and he was bouncing around in the turkey blind. I'm like, dude, chill out, man. But I've had him on the boat since he was 3 weeks old.
Mm-hmm.
He likes to take any fish that any little fish, white perch, brim, he wants to put it in the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Deer hunting, anything Daddy does, he wants to do.
Of course.
And he's a great helper. He's a great big brother. He gets the baby's bottle if you ask him to, her passy, or whatever you need. He's there. He's a sweetheart. I mean, we got to sleep at night with him.
Yeah.
And our newborn now, she's 7 months old in 2 days.
Yeah.
She sleeps all night. So we've had 2 very amazing kids at a young age. Let's hope it stays like that.
Yeah, we hope so. Well, speaking of the new one, Hensley.
Yep, there he is. Hensley is my good luck charm.
Oh,
all
yeah?
Right,
How's
here.
that?
All right, Carol's hooked up.
All right, so he's trying to get over here next to these bags.
Just walk to the edge of the boat and hold your rod tip straight over the side. Yep, there you go. That joker was pulling. Y'all missed the first half of that. Oh
my
yeah.
Gosh. He is not wanting to come up. Oh my gosh, look how much that rod is bending.
You got a big one. All right, don't reel no
Here
more.
we go. Oh my gosh.
This is what you expect when you come out with me. All right, walk backwards. Oh, get in my net, get in my net, get in my net. Phew.
Got it?
Man, I had your phone over the water and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be bad.
What can I do?
Just sit there and look pretty. All right. Look at there, 2 big fish in a row. Oh yeah.
Gosh. So he looks to be about the same size.
He sure does, doesn't he? I think that one's gonna go in the 30s. I think he's gonna be.
Yeah, I think so too. His girth is a little bit bigger, I think.
What do I do with those white grips? Oh, right here where I put them?
Yeah.
All right, we got them on the bottom. We got both hooks. All right. Man, he smoked that rod. You want to hold them same size last one?
Yeah, I'm left-handed. Oh my gosh.
Go on the inside of my hand. Yep. So this is something that you can like comfortably expect when you come out with me.
Yes, indeed. I don't know if I'm that comfortable right now. This is a whopping fish. Hey, I thought you were supposed to hold it straight out in front of you and make it look bigger.
You don't have to do that for my fish. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Very good.
All right. You want to do another release video?
Yeah.
All right, hold him in the water for a minute. Let him get some more. Make sure he gets some through his gills. There you go. All right. He's about ready to get out of here. See you later, Mr. Blue Cat.
Man, he would have made good dinner. All right, so we were in the middle of talking about Hensley.
Yes.
You said she was your good luck charm.
So Hensley is like seriously my good luck charm. She's been on the boat since she was probably right at a month old. And that kid has already seen a fish over 60, 2 over 50, and she saw 89.
Wow.
And along with some big drum and yeah, so the few times that she's been on the boat, it's just phenomenal.
Wow. Well, we should have brought her today.
I know. She came out with a head full of hair.
Yeah.
She still has all of her hair.
Wow.
She is just healthy and cute as a button.
She is.
And I can't say nothing bad about her.
Yeah. Well,
But,
you wouldn't.
No, I mean.
All right, Tim, so last question. What impact do you hope to have on Kerr Lake living?
So it wouldn't be a very big impact, but I do bring a lot of people to town.
Mm-hmm.
I've got people from Canada, Ohio, Alaska, Indiana. A lot of people from all over the country come out here to actually go fish with me, which is pretty humbling, honestly.
Yes.
And we've actually had some folks from Indiana actually bought a house down here last year after coming down to visit Kerr Lake.
Oh, so, wow.
More people, more revenue.
That's right. Exactly.
For everybody.
Well, yep. Well, thank you. I've had a blast.
Well, I appreciate you coming out here and giving me the opportunity.
Yes, thank you so much. And we are going to do that Girls Against Boys with United Country
I am
very
looking forward to it.
soon. Thanks,
I'm
Tim.
looking forward to it. Look, you got a head start now.
That's right. That's right. I am game on.